I recently purchased this excavator you see sitting behind me for $50,000. I've been practicing with it and using it on my own farm, mostly digging dirt and pushing it around with the blade. Today, I got my first real job. I'm going to be trying to make some of the money I spent on the excavator back by using it. Completing this job is going to push me out of my comfort zone, expanding my level of skills. Not only using the bucket to scoop dirt, but using the thumb to grab trees and the blade to close the holes in. Can we do it? Let's see. The only way we can make any money today is if we complete the job to its entirety, even the big tree, and don't break anything on Mr. Crab, our excavator. Today we brought our excavator out to some beautiful, pristine, rolling hills. Great for grazing cattle. One problem is that the fence around this grazing land is non-existent, and the stuff that is up here is in dire need of repair. And that is where we come in handy. Not just to clean up a tree line and rebuild fences, but to restore this beautiful grazing land, making it perfectly fit for cows. Because every single day, cattle herds are shrinking. Input prices and the cost of raising a herd of cows is so high and getting higher every single day. More and more farmers and ranchers are getting rid of their cattle herds, which is terrible for the food supply. Our job today is to help out a farmer who is actually expanding his herd. We want to do everything in our power to keep farmers and ranchers raising cattle, providing food for you and me. Our neighbor came to us because he knew we had an excavator that would be just right for this job. He's offered to pay us, and so thus begins our journey of earning back all the money we spent on this excavator. So far, it's proved its worthiness. When we got it, it did not have a bucket, but we bought it because it came with a trailer, which so far has been so nice. We're able to haul the excavator all the way here. But we had to make an addition. We had to add on our own bucket and thumb to Mr. Crab. And those two things are going to get put to a big use today because we've got a lot of trees to tear out, and at the end, one big tree. I don't even know if Mr. Crab can handle it. The only way we get paid is if we complete the job. The work on the farm today is sponsored by ZocDoc. You know how at the beginning of the year, you're like, this is the year that I'm going to take better care of myself. Then February hits. It's cold, everything hurts a little bit more, and you find yourself pushing things off again. I've caught myself doing that. Feeling a little off, maybe a nagging issue that you keep researching online late at night, but then not wanting to deal with an office, sitting in a cold waiting room, and wondering if you're even gonna be taken seriously. That is why I have partnered with ZocDoc, because of how easy they make that first step. ZocDoc is a free website that lets you find and book in-network doctors with people you actually feel good about choosing without ever having to pick up the phone. You can search by specialty or symptom, see doctors near you, read real patient reviews, and actually get a feel for who you're booking with before committing to putting something on your schedule. They have over 150,000 providers across all 50 states. Everything from primary care to dentists and dermatologists, eye doctors, and way more. And whether you want an in-person appointment or a video visit, you can choose what works best for you. I live out in the middle of nowhere, not near a city or town. So being able to talk to a provider over the phone on my schedule made all the difference in the world. They made me feel seen and heard, and more importantly, fit in with all the work here on the farm. Appointments booked through ZocDoc happen fast, usually within 24 to 72 hours from the time of booking. You can even score same-day appointments. If you've been putting it off, be kind to yourself and book with ZocDoc today. Go to ZocDoc.com/Laura Farms to book an appointment with a provider who will understand, listen, and support you. The link can also be found in my description. Plus, it's completely free and makes the whole process way less overwhelming. I strongly encourage you to give it a try today. Now, back to work. First thing we have to do is load Mr. Crab onto our trusty trailer. Mr. Crab has been treated to a full service. Oil changed, hydraulic fluid topped off, tracks tensioned. He is set and ready to go. How's your oil look, Grant?
Everything looks great.
Perfect.
Ready for work.
Ready to get loaded on the trailer, start earning us some money.
We see if the battery bandit's got us.
Has the battery bandit gotten us?
Making noises.
That's good.
Fires right up.
Perfect.
Mr. Crab is the fastest starting piece of equipment on our farm. Always got to watch out for power lines up ahead. It's better to get it lined up off the trailer than to try to scoot it over on the trailer. That's hard on the deck boards. The scariest part right here. Woo! Use the bucket so I don't slam down so hard. There we go.
Do you think he knows how far up the blade is? I don't
good.
think he does. Did you mean to leave the blade up that high?
It makes it easier to strap down. Then I'll put it down.
I guess he did. All that time loading it and couldn't even get it quite centered, could you? Got a little track taking off there.
This thing up on there.
That looks scary. I don't want to do that.
The trailer like moves and like you feel it up there.
I saw. That looks sketchy.
So this excavator is super cool because it has this part folds in, but we're just going down gravel road, so I'm just gonna leave it folded out. But if I was going down a main road, I would fold it in and it would be same with the trailer.
Since buying Mr. Crab, we've had to get a lot more familiar with chains and binders. I think so far, I prefer ratchet straps.
Ratchet straps would not hold up to Mr. Crab.
No, he's due for some nice binders like this. Can't have him going anywhere. He crab walks on lands, not off trailers. If you would have told 10-year-old Laura that she would be strapping down an excavator to go tear out some trees, to go try to earn some money and make some more land for cows, she would not have believed you. Living the dream out here. I cannot complain. I like these leather gloves, they're nice. Just gonna even out the bucket a little bit.
Is that even?
That's better than it was.
But is it even? Good enough?
Down goes the blade. Up goes our dovetail, and we're ready for transport. It's a pretty weak sounding horn. The new fence is going to go right here where these trees behind me are. which right now isn't gonna work out very well. We have to take out these trees so a new strong fence can be put up so cows can fill these rolling hills. Cows are incredible because they're able to take this unused stalks in the corn and this grass and turn it into delicious steaks. Every tree that we take out is another dollar earned. We have to take out this bunch right here and another bunch down the hill. Not just the tops of the trees or the branches, but the root balls as well. I am especially nervous for this job today because there's such a high chance of me breaking something. A tree branch could come through the cab. I could accidentally put the bucket through the cab. I'm just gonna have to be extra careful today. Let's start driving forward, shall we? Which would actually be backwards because I'm faced the other way around right now. And you know what? I should probably idle up too. I think the excavator runs smoother when I'm at a higher idle. Running an excavator backwards is really hard. I think I should flip around. Much better. Now my blade's in front of me and I can be all squared up. I like that. I read all of your comments and everyone said the digging is way easier when your blade is positioned in front of you. So that's what I'm going to try to do today. Bucket up, blade down a little bit. Okay, now blade all the way down to brace myself. Woo, that's too far. My blade's all the way down to brace myself. Now I have to figure out how to actually take down a tree. I've never done this before. I'm just crunching down. Wow, okay, so much power. I do not want to rip out a hydraulic line. I feel like that's what I have the highest chance of doing. I'm gonna close my thumb down. Here it goes. I really love the excavator, but I think it's pretty clear that I am no expert at taking out trees. It's a good thing that the farmer isn't paying us by the hour because this is taking me a long time. Let me do you a favor and speed this up for you. I got it! My first big pile! Whew. I see how trees can go through the cab easily. Also kind of forgot how to extend my bucket out. There we go. I'm so glad I have my blade in front of me. That is so helpful. These roots are so deep. I thought these would just be like some weed trees that are easy to pull out. This is really hard. Whew. That's a huge scoop. Every scoop I take is a little bit of money earned. Paying for Mr. Crab. He's been great on my farm so far, but I'm just starting to earn money. I want to be especially careful because this is someone else's property that they've entrusted me with. The excavator is ours, but the land is not mine. I want to take really good care of it and actually leave it in better condition than I found it. Even though I'm tearing out trees, I want to leave a nice, smooth place for the farmer neighbor to build his fence. That one's standing straight up in my bucket. Gotta watch those hydraulic lines. I'm starting with these small trees, so I don't think anything bad would happen if it hit the cab, but you never know. I don't want anything coming at me. First pile of trees, complete.
Laura did a pretty good job. She scooped a lot of dirt, but getting the thumb and the bucket to work together nicely is tough. And these thicket bushes are extra hard to tear out. Man, running the excavator is so much fun. And when you get to make money while doing it, that's the best.
There are some plum thickets that we're taking out, but the main tree that we are getting rid of for this farmer are cedar trees. They are a highly invasive species, and they're actually so competitive and take up so much water that they will take over every native grass and plant in the area. They spread like crazy. So getting them out of here is good for not only our fence line, but the grass for these cows to graze on. Left unchecked, they will completely take over a pasture. Increasing the size of cow herds in Nebraska is a topic that's really important to me. One of the very first purchases I ever made when I was 12 years old was a few cows to start my own herd. Now, I am proud to offer to you First Market Beef, a way for you to order cows directly from me. Now, I know a lot of you don't have rolling hills and pastures like the ones that you see behind me. That's why the cows you're purchasing from me are neatly packaged in vacuum sealed bags and delivered straight to your door in the forms of delicious roasts, steaks, burger patties, everything you could possibly imagine. Now, we offered a limited time run for our very first customers, and it's sold out in under 12 hours. So I would like to offer you, who are watching this video, your very own code. So we know you came from this video. Code THANK YOU will get you 10% off your very first order at firstmarketbeef.com. But you better hurry because stock is very limited and will go fast. This is a great way to support the channel and enjoy delicious beef from right here in Nebraska. After years of people asking if you can buy products from my farm, now you finally can. We have our first round of satisfied customers, and I would love to add you to that list. I'm just really like smashing down all the branches. It's a very powerful feeling. Helping our neighbor bring life and cows back to these pastures is a really rewarding feeling. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't pretty happy about finally making some money with Mr. Crab. He's been great on our farm, but he needs to start actually earning his keep around here. These smaller plum thickets and mulberry trees are coming out fairly easily. They're no match for Mr. Crab. But I'm pretty worried about the big tree that we have waiting for us at the end of this line. That one might not come out so easily. I have a feeling it's going to put up a fight. All these little trees are just a warm-up. I am so glad we went with the excavator that has a blade on it. Am I tipping over? That was a big root ball. Like I was saying, I am so glad we went with the excavator that has the blade, because we're able to smooth the ground out so nicely after we take out these weedy trees. Every scoop of trees is more room for a fence, more cows that can live here, graze on the grass and be happy, and another dollar that helps pay for Mr. Crab. Closer and closer to the final boss tree. This is awesome. I feel like the Incredible Hulk. What a mess. I can't imagine what this would look like had these been left unchecked. This is ridiculous. It definitely takes some practice to learn how to use the thumb in tandem with the bucket. It's like a really intricate dance because I want them to work together, not against each other. But I'm definitely still pretty herky-jerky. How many hours of doing something before you can call yourself an expert? I feel like I've got a long ways to go. We are almost to the final boss tree, the big one. The time has finally come. The end of the line, the biggest tree. Now, this is where the buck hits the table. The line gets drawn in the sand. Can we finish this job? Can Mr. Crab do it?
Our neighbor said, just pile all these trees up and he's gonna come get them with his mulcher. I don't want to hurt Mr. Crab, so I gotta do some branch management first and kind of break some branches out so I don't bust any hydraulic hoses off as I'm working on this big tree.
Come on, Mr. Crab. I believe in you. He looks so small compared to the tree. The first swipe. Grant has to be so careful that the branches don't crash into Mr. Crab. Would be so expensive for repairs.
There we go. I like having the bucket or the blade in front of me. That kind of protects the machine from the branches. Look at that nice big scoop. Right on top of the other ones. He just said he wants them in nice big piles. There we go. Now this tree is looking a little more manageable.
Those first couple branches, that's the easy part. Those trunks and all of the tangly mess of roots, that's going to be the true test.
All right, now that I got most of the branches off, I'm gonna start digging along the sides to dig up the root ball. ground is usually pretty hard next to these trees because they suck all the water out of the ground. All right, the first section of trees are done. I'm going to scrunch this pile down a little bit more, but that was pretty good. Now on to the bigger section of trees. This one was just a warm-up.
The roots he's pulling up are so long and thick. This is crazy. These weed trees are totally out of control. And you know what else is out of control? My hair. Oh my goodness. I suppose that's the real nice thing about an excavator. I mean, besides how handy they are, is the arm and the thumb in the bucket can act like a cane or like a rope, and you can pull yourself out. We might have to use that.
We can't get paid until all of the trees are gone. Get these good and smashed down. Perfect. On to the next pile. There it goes. He's down. Oh, not quite. There we go. Root ball and everything. That one went down good.
Holy cow! It's huge! We're finishing this job just in time. It's starting to rain. Look at that blade go to work. Tracks are slipping out in the mud. Can Mr. Crab make it up the hill? I hope he's not stuck. Mr. Crab was up to the job. He did it. Defeated the biggest tree. And you know what that means? We successfully completed the job without breaking anything. I almost cannot believe it. I knew we got the right excavator for the job. Now it's time to load up. I think Mr. Crab has earned a nap in the shed. Mr. Crab is all loaded up and not a moment too soon. It's pouring rain now. It's time to get home and see what the day held. Let's get this crew home, shall we? Every single day, land is being purchased and developed by rich people, big corporations, and none of them have farmers or your best interest at heart. They just want to take what they can get and take advantage of everyone else while they're doing it. We want to do our part in keeping the land around us for farmers and ranchers to use to grow the food and fuel and clothing that you wear every single day. Today, by completing this job successfully, we not only were earning money back to help pay for our excavator, helping out one of our neighbors, but we were also keeping the farming story alive, keeping the land in the hands of farmers and ranchers, keeping it being used the way that the good Lord intended it to be. This pasture land belongs to a smaller time farmer, but who's looking to expand his herd. I would much rather support him and First Market Beef than a big corporation with a huge feedlot and hundreds of thousands of cows who are probably being taken care of, but just can't possibly be given the same care and attention and love that a smaller farmer can. Here we are, the semi-truck, me, Grant, and more importantly, Mr. Crab made it home after a truly successful day's work. Nothing broken. We earned $2,500, which is going straight towards paying for our excavator, and all the trees got taken care of. Even that last big one that I was sure Mr. Crab couldn't handle. But you know what? He really improved himself. He did. So I am so thankful that you are along on this farming journey with us. Thank you so much for watching. Your support means the world to me. Whether you purchase something from First Market Beef, or you purchase a shirt or a hat or a sweatshirt, or you watch the videos, the best way to support us is by subscribing. It's completely free and it lets us know that you love what we're doing here on the farm. So thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.